a fresh perspective on the understated yet resilient romance between Lee Sun-bin and Lee Kwang Soo. A love without scandal in a world full of noise. In a world where celebrity relationships are relentlessly scrutinized and often sensationalized, the love story of Lee Sun-bin and Lee Kwang Soo has quietly defied expectations. No public displays, no controversies, no dramatic breakups, just two people building something quietly, steadily, and away from the spotlight. On June 20th, for the very first time, actress Lee Sun-bin opened up about her long-term relationship with actor Lee Kwang Soo. Her revelation didn't come through a press conference or a viral interview, but rather on Ji Suk Jin World, a light-hearted YouTube talk show. Yet, the casual nature of her confession only deepened its sincerity. With her candid smile and slightly awkward laughter, Lee Sun-bin gave us a rare glimpse into a romance that, in its quiet resilience, feels more authentic than the showbiz fairy tales we're so used to. From Running Man to real life, an unexpected connection. The love story traces back to 2016 when Lee Sun-bin appeared on Running Man and openly declared, "Lee Kwang Soo is my ideal type." At the time, she was an unknown rookie, barely having landed her first notable role as Jo Mio in the drama Squad 38. Her statement seemed like a playful remark in a variety show format, and even Ji Suk Jin later admitted he thought she was joking. But behind that one-off comment was the start of something real. The couple kept their relationship private for a long time, only confirming it in 2018 after paparazzi photos surfaced. What makes the story more intriguing is that Lee Sun-bin never expected that moment on Running Man to garner attention. Back then, entertainment writers struggled to find information about her. Her candid mention of Kwang Soo wasn't a calculated move, it was simply honest. Ironically, it was that very honesty that laid the groundwork for a genuine connection. He was the one who made the first move, challenging gender norms in showbiz romance. Perhaps the most revealing detail in her conversation with Ji Suk Jin was this: even though Lee Sun-bin had mentioned Lee Kwang Soo as her type on air, it was he who made the first move. This subtle role reversal is significant in an industry where female celebrities are often expected to be passive, reserved, and endlessly pristine. Lee Sun-bin's forthrightness, not just in declaring her feelings but also in speaking openly years later, challenges this narrative. She didn't glamorize the story. She admitted being nervous before filming the show and recalled her rookie status when the relationship began. But she also made it clear, it was real, mutual, and full of respect. That quiet defiance against the restrictive standards placed on women in K-entertainment is what makes her story unexpectedly powerful. The phone call that exposed a different kind of love. A highlight of the episode was Ji Suk Jin calling Lee Kwang Soo live on air for a light-hearted quiz about his girlfriend. Confidently, Kwang Soo claimed he'd get every answer right, only to fumble a few, including not knowing her favorite color, it's orange. Strangely, those slip-ups made their relationship feel even more endearing. They weren't the perfect couple you see in magazines, and that's precisely what made them feel real. Lee Sun-bin didn't mind. She laughed, not with mockery but with warmth. And when asked to say a few words to her partner, she hesitated, smiled shyly, and simply said, "Just do well and come back safe." It was a moment that brought laughter to the studio, and quiet admiration from viewers. Sometimes, love doesn't need to be loud enough. A low-key love in the age of oversharing, bravery or luck? In an era when public relationships often lead to intense scrutiny, particularly for women, Lee Sun-bin and Lee Kwang Soo have managed to protect their bond with grace. They didn't use their love to boost fame, nor did they hide in fear. They simply lived, together, quietly. Entertainment journalist Park So-yoon once noted, in Korean showbiz, it's incredibly rare for a couple to maintain both a long-term relationship and a positive public image. Lee Kwang Soo and Lee Sun-bin have shown that sincerity, not spectacle, is the key to longevity. Maybe their relatively modest fame compared to idol superstars gave them some breathing room. But perhaps that's what made their relationship feel more grounded, free from the pressures of perfection, and rooted instead in trust. A kind of love K-entertainment could use more of. In a world saturated with breakup scandals and attention-seeking romances, the story of Lee Sun Bin and Lee Kwang Soo stands as a quiet rebellion, a reminder that real love doesn't need hashtags, fanfare, or flashbulb. Their story, told casually on a comedy talk show, was more moving than any scripted drama. No diamond rings. No airport kisses. No social media posts. Just two people, navigating life together, with humor, trust, and an unspoken resilience. And perhaps that's the kind of love we need to believe in again, not loud, not flawless, but real. In a rare moment of vulnerability and candor, actress Lee Sun Bin has lifted the veil on one of Korean entertainment's most private and enduring romances. Appearing on the YouTube talk show Ji Suk Jin World on June 20th, the 29-year-old actress talked openly, and warmly, about her 8-year relationship with Lee Kwang Soo, marking the first time she has publicly shared personal details about their journey. What makes this revelation remarkable isn't just the length of their relationship, a feat in itself in the fast-paced world of showbiz, but the way she described it, not as a fairy tale, but as something quietly real. Even though I said he was my ideal type on Running Man, it was actually Kwang Soo who made the first move, she said, smiling. That sentence alone, modest in tone but powerful in implication, challenges years of assumptions and narratives spun by the media and fans alike. A relationship born on air, but nurtured in private. Their love story began in 2016 when Lee Sun Bin, then a rookie actress fresh from landing a supporting role in the drama Squad 38, appeared on the variety show Running Man. During the broadcast, she lightheartedly declared that Lee Kwang Soo, a longtime cast member, was her ideal type. At the time, most dismissed it as a harmless joke, including host Ji Suk Jin himself. But behind the cameras, a connection quietly began to grow. What followed was a private relationship that only became public in 2018, when their agencies confirmed the couple had been dating for some time. I had no idea that saying he was my ideal type would get attention, she confessed on the show. I wasn't even that well known at the time. The writers struggled to find information about me online. That uncalculated honesty, rare in an industry shaped by image, seemed to be the foundation for what came next. Despite growing public interest, the couple refused to turn their love story into a publicity stunt. Rewriting the playbook, a love defined by mutual effort. Perhaps the most unexpected part of the story is Lee Sun Bin's revelation that Lee Kwang Soo pursued her first, not the other way around, as fans had long believed. This detail upends typical gender narratives in celebrity relationships, where women are often framed as passive recipients of affection. Instead, Lee Kwang Soo, known for his comedic timing and on-screen self-deprecation, took the initiative to get to know her beyond the variety show segment. He made the effort. He reached out. He was the one who followed up, she said simply, without embellishment. By reframing the origin of their relationship, Lee Sun Bin gave insight into a quieter, more human side of Kwang Soo, a far cry from his clumsy on-screen persona. It also reflected the mutual respect and equality that seems to define their bond.